Hi, it's Malcolm here and welcome to another video. So in this video we're going to look at a simple Greyhound backing system that produces about 30% of your stake per day. The selections are really easy to find. We're going to be on favourites, which is always interesting. One single trap, one or two other pieces of information. And it's all going to be revealed in this video, and also I'm going to show you how to do it on the RacingPost. So if you want to do it manually, you can do. Okay, so that's that bit there, by the way. Okay, so stay tuned and let's get on with the video. Okay, so this was a system I came up with on the 13th of the 8th, 2024. I'll put myself back over there. And as you can see, it's made 147 points since the 2023. That might not be totally right because I can't remember exactly when I put the speed rank QRTs in, but it has been probably over a year now. So it's producing about 30% of your stake per day. As I said, it's had that many selections. It's got a strike rate of 39.91%, which is above the normal strike rate of favourites. Longest losing run of 10, and longest winning run of 7. Now, there are some ways you could maybe improve this method, but I'm not really going to go into that. I'm just going to go into the way I created this system and how you could do too, and how you might be able to improve it. But basically I want to show you how I did it. So I'm just going to reset the software. Okay, when we reset it, it tends to always go back as a lay piece of software. So we need to change it to back. And then what we're going to do is we're going to stick with speed rank. Now, this is the fastest runner in the race, or the one with the highest, or the quickest speed rank in the race, out of all the runners, whether that's 4, 5 or 6 runners. We're going to update that, highlight that in yellow, so we know that's where we're going to stick with. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to use these quick analyze tools. And what these do is give you a quick and dirty profit and loss. Say we've got traps, we've got 6 traps, it will show you the profit and loss on each of those traps. So we're going to actually do that. We're going to go to traps and we're going to have a look. So if we look here, this is, as I said, it's quick and dirty profit and loss, but it gives you a pretty good idea. So trap 4 is actually showing a profit. There's 14,000 selections that were trap 4 and a 22% strike rate. So the strike rate is not brilliant, but it is showing a profit. So it kind of gives us something to work with. So we're going to use trap 4 and we're going to just stick that down there and see what that brings us. So if we come down, we can see that we've got 77 points profit, 22.82, which is kind of what we saw, and an average per day of 13% of our stake. So, okay, the next thing we're going to do is have a look at BSP rank, because I kind of like those too. Now, you'll see here that there's profit on rank 1, which is the favourite, and there's also profit down here on rank 5 and 6. The problem is the strike rate, 10.14 and 7.48. That actually means we have to go through lots of lots of losers before we get winners, and I'll show you that by going to 5 and 6. And as you can see, there's definitely profit there, and there's more profit than I showed you, but a longest losing run of 85 and the longest winning run of 3. Not many people could put up with that, so I don't think that would be very appealing to people. So what we do is we go back to favourite and we click the update there. Okay, now from there we could do a number of things. We could look at these different quick scenarios or quick analyze. So we could go to class and say, well, is there anywhere we could find profit in the different race classes? So we've got some profit on A1s, D1s to D3. So we could kind of go down selecting the ones that we like there. We could do the same with distance if we wanted to. I'm trying to stick to things that you could do on a normal race card. So, you know, again, there's profit at different distances. Maybe there's more profit at higher distances, or maybe there's more profit at lower distances. But it looks a bit spread out. And then we've got kind of all these other ones as well. Number of runners is a interesting one. So, interestingly, for a backing system, there's more profit when there are 6 runners, which is kind of weird, isn't it? I don't know how there's 1 runner there. I need to look at that. So if we just took 6, oops, and you can see that, you know, there's a bit of profit there. But the way I actually did this was using courses, and not using many courses, to be quite honest with you. But what I did is I went to courses and I said, okay, so let's pick some of these to use. And I actually didn't use many in the end. I used C-Park, and what I think I was looking for mainly was strike rate, and I'm not sure why I didn't select Hove, to be honest with you. So that's something else you might want to have a look at. But I actually used C-Park, Kingsley, Monmouth, Newcastle and Sunderland. So, you know, again, if you've got the software, you might want to have a look at that. So basically, I'm going to keep my control key down. So, control key down so I can use C-Park, Kingsley, Monmouth, Newcastle, and then we went to Sunderland. Now, I like courses, and I think a lot of people miss that trick with courses, because that, you know, each course is a little specific, and it's worth kind of looking at them. Okay, so from there, that's the system. That's how I created it. So we're on favourites, trap 4, fastest in the race, and those 4 courses. Now, from there, you could do other things like, what did we do before? What did we? Number of runners, didn't we? Number of runners. So, as you can see now, it doesn't actually make a lot of difference. And you could argue that you want to keep those in anyway. We could. I haven't got much in the way of you know, things that you could normally get from the bookies, because I try to create my own ratings to be so that we can find things that normal websites don't particularly. I mean, we could use like days of the week. You could I know it is silly, but sometimes you can find days that just for some reason really do mess up the results, but we're not finding that here really. So we just go through a Monday. Nope. Tuesday. I mean, I've got systems that I just won't use on a Saturday and Sunday because, you know, the results are really bad. But this one seems to be consistent. And this is quite a good way of checking the system randomly, really, as well. So, nope. Every day of the week. Let's try Friday. Even Friday's not non-profitable. So that kind of works all right as well. And there are other things that we have in the software. So we could look at the first selection a day and see what that turns up. Not really a lot. And we could stop at any profit. And that doesn't really do a major lot to it either. So yeah, that's the system. And I mean, you know, if you were using the software, you might be able to go deeper and find other areas where you could possibly make more profit or look to make more profit. Okay, so we've got that out of the way. Let's go to the RacingPost. RacingPost, and let's have a look at greyhounds. Now, obviously, this is based on BSP or Betfair prices. So they've got to be favourite. They've got to be on Betfair. So this is a little bit awkward. But, you know, this is just one way of doing it, really. So we've got Central Park. So if we go to Central Park, and I think if we go to race 1, what we need to do is go to form. Okay, and what we're looking for is win time. So we're on trap 4, remember. So if we go back to the software, just remember this is trap 4 favourites only at those courses, and they have to be the fastest runner. So basically trap 4. Now make sure also that you're looking at the right race distances, because sometimes you can find other race distances and that could skew up the time a bit. So trap 4 in 277, the fastest it's run is 17:23. So, but in this particular race, there's 17:17, 17:22, 17:01. So trap 4, even if it was favourite, wouldn't be a selection for us. So that's the kind of thing you're trying to do, is go through and find a trap 4 with the lowest winning time. So 17:08, but there's a 17:03 there. Oh, it has got lower than that, 17:30. So nope. So it wouldn't be the selection in that card. Oops, go and race. Oh, I see. Race 1. Don't use it very often. Race 3. Trap 4. Race 12:34. 2 runners. So, if fastest race time at 491 is 2:29.75, but that'd be at 29:44. So it wouldn't be that race either. What was it? 277. So 1684. No, 1680. I'm not going to go through every card. I don't have to do that because I've got the software, and the software will give me selections every day. I just have to come down, and there they are. And then you get a selection link as well, and you can get a bot link if you're a Grey or Spot member as well, so to go with it. So that's the way I would do it. I wouldn't do it the card way, but that's how you have to do it with the cards if you're going to try it. So that's just another system. Anyway, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and watch out for the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.